it's me, Liz from Old Stables Crafts. How are you this morning? I've got new product for you this morning. Anyway, let me do the usual checks to make sure that everything's live. Yes, I've got the email, therefore anyone else who has asked for alerts should have the email. Hurrah. So what can I tell you? Oh, housekeeping. So this is a live video. It's my regular Tuesday morning live when I'm on for about an hour. Bit more, bit less sometimes. If you're watching live, great. Thumbs up is always appreciated if you're watching live. If you want to leave a comment or chat while you're watching live, do remember you need to log into YouTube in order to do that. If you're watching on the replay, which I will have changed the heading to replay to include the word replay, you can leave any comments or questions you have below the description bar. So let me see if anyone's joined us. Not yet, but that's fine. I am a little bit early. So, but when you join, do let me know you're here. Hello, Nora. It's almost like it was only yesterday that we saw each other. Nora's on my team and we had our team meeting last night. So that was jolly good fun. So yes. So I'm going to be showing you new product. So some of the online exclusives. These are not going to be available for customers until March. However, if you want to get your paws on them sooner rather than later, you can add them to a starter kit and get them at a discount. And until the end of February, you can either choose to get the Glass Studio mat free, worth £56 or thereabouts, or you can add extra items to your starter kit. Hello, Deborah from Michigan and Karen from the UK. So let me just check on those values for you. So if you join during celebration, you can either get the glass mat and the bits that go with it. I'm tapping the mat as if you can see it, which you can't. Or instead of the usual £130 of goodies for £99, you can get an additional £30. So you'd get £160 of product. Hello, Helen, another person from Michigan. So yes, and as I say, you can get the new items. Hello, Karen. Already done the thumbs up. Oh, bless you. Haven't even seen what I'm doing yet. But yes, thumbs ups are always appreciated. And if you don't already subscribe, you can do that in the bottom right-hand corner, probably, of the video. So let me just flip the camera down. Let me get rid of that reflection at least. And who else have we got? Hello, Jan. Again, another of my team, bless her. So what have I got to show you this morning? Now, if you know me at all, you will not be surprised by which of the new online exclusives I've opted to go for. It's the coffee. So this is the Latte Love Suite. As I say, it's available for demonstrators now. Let me give you the colours. Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie and Petal Pink. Lovely colour scheme. And we've got Calypso Coral with coffee beans in white with this lovely swirly coffee. Oh, Karen, excited to see what I do with Love Latte. Yeah, I'm excited to see what I'm going to do with it as well. I have no idea. So obviously 2 sheets. We've got this lovely pattern here, which has got the swirls in the background, and then these latte art on top, and then this, which is just gorgeous. I may not use this side. I may only use this side. Don't know why. Lost Lagoon stripe, splashes in Pecan Pie and Early Espresso, little coffee cups and spoons and beans in, I'm thinking that's probably Pecan Pie. Then this, which is fussy cutting, not die cutting. I've done some fussy cutting, so there's only 1 sheet of that. So that's on the back or on the front of the little coffee cups. Then we've got this plaid, which is very pretty with the pinks and the yellow, with coffee beans. These you can die cut. and I'll come to the dies in a moment. And then we've got coffee rings, you know, cup rings and splatters on the reverse of these latte arts. So that's the paper. Let me grab the dies. There are masses of dies. Actually, I'll grab the stamp set as well, because then I can show you what goes with what. These are our two-step stamps. So this goes with this. I'll just marry up the ones that actually go together, and then we'll come back to the ones that don't, which is quite a lot of them. Then there's a circle that does all of the latte art. This is a lovely magnetic bowl that one of my team gave me as, I want to say a birthday present, but it may be a Christmas present a couple of years ago. And it means I can just throw my dies into it and I know where they are. And sometimes I remember to use it. Hello, Debbie. Another of my team. No, that goes there. That goes there. Then we've got our coffee beans. There are 3 single coffee bean dies and 2 of the multiples. So I'll leave the other 3 in there. So those are the ones that die cut. I'll just quickly go through the sentiments. Oh, I would say once you put your dies in a magnetic bowl, the dies become magnetic. So do bear that in mind. And when it comes to die cutting, you may find that they want to bounce together. So a bit of low tack tape is always a good idea, but just so you know. So we've got hello there, let's catch up. Thanks so much. This one's on me. You're the best part of my day. Then we've got all these lovely images. This one is steam coming off the top of your coffee. We've got the splat. We've got the coffee stains and some latte art. Now, we also have teacups or espresso cups and little tops for those. So much like this one is the top of this mug, this is the top of these espresso cups. Then these all line up together. We've got a French press, or what we call in the UK a cafetiere. We've got a coffee, this would be like a drip mug, jug from Filter Coffee. And they look like, if you do them in white card. Hello, Jan from a wet South Florida. Ooh. Hello, Sherry. So we've got the French press. Now, I personally would do the jug bit in window sheet, but obviously, so that you can see it, I did it in white. So that's the French press / cafetiere. And then this is the jug for the... Hello, Mary. Mary is from the Netherlands. Then this is the drip jug. And again, I do what I've done in white, I'd probably do in window sheet. And then we've got the coffee handle and the lid. So that's that. So lots and lots to play with. I may not be playing with the jug and the cafetiere because they are quite tricky, not tricky to put together. The thing to bear in mind when you're doing the cafetiere, French press, do please put the coffee on before you put on the handle part. Ask me how I know that you can't do it the other way around. I mean, you could, but it's, yeah, not really the way around you want to do it. So let's throw all of those in there, so I know where they are. So we have a photopolymer stamp set, so clear, which is always lovely. And I was in the middle of some fussy cutting, which I've smothered. So those cups that I said you just fussy cut them are these. So we've got 3 designs of cup. This one's only a partial because it was on the edge of the paper. But those are the cup design that we've got. I have got out some Calypso Coral and Lost Lagoon card. And I'm going to do something really quite simple to start with. Maybe ending up doing some quite simple things as well. So let me, I think I'll use some of that. So bear with me while I drag my paper out of the packet, preferably without taking all of the paper with it. Right, okay, so I've got the coffee beans, which has got the plaid on the reverse. Let's pop those to one side for the moment and do some cutting. So this has actually got Lost Lagoon and I think it's pecan pie in it as well, but they're the very narrow plaid. So actually, can't decide. I think I'm going to go small. So this is 5.5 by 3 3/4, which is for International A4 card. Just saying. But I work in imperial measurements because I'm weird like that. Have I got a piece that is going to be big enough for that? Yes, I have. So I think this should be big enough. Yes, it is. So this is going to be 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So Jan and some other of the team and myself were at a team event this weekend, which was run by my upline. Great fun. I have to say, she had designed 7, I kid you not, 7 projects. I made precisely none of them because I never do when I go to team events. I end up just chatting with everyone. Oh, and there's some embellishments and a ribbon. Hang on. Wait one cotton pitten moment. So we've got a ribbon, which is like a burlap. What does it call itself? Natural. Okay. Natural polka dot trim. So it's like a very stiff burlap. But I shall be using some of that, I think. And then we've got these adhesive back swirl dots. Let's show you those. So we've got a kind of natural petal pink and pecan pie, and they have got, can I get this to show you that? I think you can just about see the swirls, but anyway, swirls. Now I have to say, so when we do pre-order as demonstrators, for those of you who aren't demonstrators, and I know a lot of you are, Jan made 2 of the 7 projects. So yes, when we do pre-order, we can order 1 of every non-consumable, which is basically embossing folders, dies, stamps, those sorts of things that don't wear out. And then we can order 2 of any consumable. That's the norm. Sometimes it changes, but that's the norm. There are ways around it. So I ordered the whole suite and then 2 extra packs of paper because I thought I was going to like the paper a lot, which I do. So I have 2 extra packs coming. So I've just done basic plaid there. Then I'm going to use some of the other side as a strip. So let me grab that. So I think I'm going to cut this at, I think I might just do 1 inch. So that's that. And I'm going to grab some early espresso. Wasn't quite sure there for a moment. Let's pop the Lost Lagoon away. E, where are you? E, early espresso. Oh, I might even have a strip that's the right sort of width. There we go. Is that going to be long enough? No, that was inevitable. It's fine. It's not a problem. We've got lots of early espresso. I do like brown card. So 1 sheet of early espresso. So I cut my coffee beans at 1 inch. I'm going to cut my early espresso, and I'm going to use the long side. I'm going to cut this at 1 1/8. so it's slightly narrower. So this is going to go down here, except it's going to go up the top onto the card base, but I'm going to have this over the top, so let's stick that on. And then I can trim it down to the right length. When it's in situ. So this is going to go on here, but it's going to go all the way to the top. And because I've used liquid adhesive, I've got that lovely wiggle room, which means I can get it nice and central. And then if I grab the bone folder that's right in front of me that I can't see, I can make sure that's well stuck. That will be going on there. So let me grab my card base and my bone folder. And I'm going to pop my base piece on, my base layers on, and then I'll do the strip. Now the downside of this is I was going to use some of the ribbon or trim across, but I don't like having ends on the inside, so we'll be changing the design very fractionally. It's fine. So who are coffee lovers and who are not coffee lovers? That is my question. So if you are a coffee lover, put coffee, and if you're a tea lover, put tea, and if you're not either, put what you do love. Just pop those in the comments, that'll be lovely to see. Now do remember that Celebration is still on. So until the 29th of February, you can get free products, whether you get together with your chums and put in a really large order, in which case you'll get more Stampin' rewards, or join. So there's extra free stuff until the end of... Oh, lots of coffee people. Hello, Mickey. Drinking your coffee as you're watching me. Wonderful. Jane likes coffee too. Good. We've obviously got the right people here. I definitely am a coffee lover. Coffee, tea and water lover. Fair enough, Mary. I do drink a lot of water. I've always drunk a reasonable amount. I've now upped that amount, having been diagnosed with gout. So I have upped that amount a wee bit, so that I can help reduce the problem. Karen doesn't do hot drinks. Okay, so only iced coffee. That's fine. Not everyone likes a hot drink. That's not totally straight, but it's fine. Right, okay, so actually I can still use this, but I can trim it. Right. I'm going to use some of these cups. I may use just both of those. Because I can then hide the fact that that one is only a partial one. So I may go very lemon yellow. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just add a little bit of adhesive. Jan is coffee and tea, fair enough. I am from a tea drinking family, as in we used to broke tea. So in the days before India, not unreasonably, nationalised their own tea, it used to be sold on the London market, and our family had a tea broking company. Coffee in the morning. Doctor says it has to be decaf. Okay. Tea in the afternoon, water in between. Good morning from Kansas. Hello, Kay. So I don't drink coffee in the afternoon. After 12, possibly 1 o'clock, I don't drink coffee. Partly because I don't sleep if I do. I had kidney stones, and obviously I've now been told I've got gout. So I was advised to only drink proper coffee, because that is less of a diuretic than instant coffee. This is a new stamp, so the first thing, of course, I'm going to do is make sure I've got any... Debbie hates decaf. I think it depends on the decaf, Debbie. If you get decent decaf, it's just as good as caffeinated coffee, in my humble opinion. So yes, I like to make sure I've not got any of the manufacturer finish on there. I'm going to grab some white card, as if by magic, and some pecan pie. Actually, no. Yes, pecan pie. Yeah, you have to find the one that's good. Now, I have to say, so my dear friend, Kate Bolt, who is another Stampin' Up demonstrator, she and I catch up very regularly. We don't live that far apart and we're great friends. In fact, I could send her this card and say, let's catch up. She's currently on holiday with her husband in Dubai, I think. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So we were over in Florida for the 30th anniversary on stage. And we were staying in a condo that one of her relatives has out there. And I sent her a note saying, does the condo have a French press, as in cafetiere? And she said, no, we just get good instant coffee. To which my reply was, there is no such thing as good instant coffee. Because there isn't. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing you can do with instant coffee is make a cake with it. For that, it's very good, and I use the espresso powder. But because of your cancer, you're limited to the amount of coffee you can have. Really? Ooh, I wasn't different cancers, different diagnoses, but no. I'm not on that, thankfully, not on that limit. I don't know what I'd do if I was. Whoa, ooh. Right, so I'm going to, actually those mugs are going to go over there because otherwise that looks a bit weird. Then I'm going to have a piece of this that goes that length, but I am going to trim it diagonally. So I'm going to try and make this not too expensive. Hello B, morning all, coffee and tea drinker. Find real coffee doesn't keep awake. Real coffee doesn't keep you... Ooh. Doesn't keep awake if I drink it responsibly. Instant did. Really? No, I can't drink any coffee after midday. Sherry agrees with me about instant coffee. There is no such thing as decent instant coffee. I was going to keep this as a relatively cheap card to send, but I may just have, in my head, blown that. Because I'm going to pop this up. I could just put the other bits flat. Yeah, there is no such thing as good instant coffee. Anyway, so as a result of that, and there were a couple of us who were of the opinion that there is no such thing as good instant coffee. I took proper coffee out with me, and I did declare it at the border in the prescribed fashion. The irony of that was there were, oh gosh, how many of us were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us travelling together, and one of the girls had been to the States more regularly, and she was saying, do make sure that you don't take anything through food-wise that you're not allowed to. And she said to me, if you're bringing in coffee, and I took in some fruit teas as well, which I very firmly described as fruit teas, not herbal, just in case there was a misinterpretation of what I meant by herbal. I carried them in my hand luggage so that if there was a problem I could just hand them over, and I was going to be fine about that. But we're queuing to go through security, immigration, and so this is Seal Plus, and there's all these things about what you can and can't bring in. she suddenly realised that she'd picked up on the plane some fruit. What was in her hand luggage? The uneaten fruit. There was nowhere to bin it. She got through all right. It was fine. I don't know if she declared it, but we got through without any problem. So I'm cutting in line with the dots so that it's a regular, actually no, I'm going to go that way. It's a regular angle at both ends. And that will go there. So we're going to have dimensional this end and then more seal plus. Hello Leslie, how are you? How is life? So a couple of dimensionals so that we can have it hanging off the mugs. So we're going there. Hello there, let's catch up. And let's grab, where's the lid for that, or am I going to stab myself? No, there we are. Got a lid. Let's grab some of these. I'm going to go natural. Ooh. No, don't stick that side, stick that side. I'm going to try and not put any on top of the mugs. Come on. This is where I shouldn't. This is where I shouldn't have put the other end on. On there, and we can go. Come on. I think I need a new bit of putty. Oh good, it started raining. It's just what I needed to make my day really special. We have flooding again in the village. Yay! B says she asked her friend, would you like coffee or instant? Yeah, me too. To me, they are different drinks. Kay says she has the whole suite, but haven't had time to play with it. Your card is adorable. Oh, thank you, Kay. Leslie is waiting to see her pain management specialist. Absolutely, fingers crossed. Let's hope they can help. Right, I know this is going to be, I'm in a roll with doing the whole stamping on the inside. So there's a piece of basic white, basic white. Where's my, I had a piece of, there it is. I had a piece of this. Right, okay, so let me grab, some of these I've already got mounted up. So let's grab the heart coffee art, ink it up in pecan pie, stamp it off, and have it down in the bottom right hand corner, which is kind of my favourite place for these things to go. Seal. 34 degrees today. Oh, I wish. Yes, Jane, they are totally different drinks. And I have to say, if people offer me coffee, I do say, is it instant? If they say yes, I say, I'll have tea. I'm not a great tea fan, but I'd rather have tea than bad coffee. But I am very particular about my coffee in that I order it in the post. So there is my first card. Fairly straightforward little card. I've just realised I've got the autofocus on. Oh joy. Well, Mickey, what can I say? If I have convinced you on one card to get this sweet, my job is done. Karen is ordering the sweet today. Right, okay, so we've done a basic let's use the paper card. Now, what I would say is, if you don't like the stamps, the paper will make you a lot of cards because you can fussy cut so much. Although there is a stamp, a die rather, to do the latte art, you can fussy cut it. Now, I will be using this suite for a future class. Haven't decided when. Obviously, it's going to be after March, probably April, on the basis that we'll be doing retiring annual catalogue in April. So who knows what's going to be available when. So I will be using this for a class, and it means that if people don't have the dies, they can fussy cut, and I don't have to do the die cutting. Wasn't born yesterday. Right, okay, so I'm going to grab a scrap of basic white, which I had very carefully out and have now buried, of course. There we go. No, that's an envelope. Okay, I'll grab another piece. It's fine. It's one of these 5x7 jobbies. So, I haven't quite decided what I'm doing with this, but we'll give it a go. Right, I'm going to get lemon lolly. I've got pecan pie, so that's fine. I am going to grab my squishy foam pad. Hello, Shaz, how are you? Yeah, Leslie, you've got to have decent coffee. If it's not decent, just don't give me it. I'll have rubbish tea rather than bad coffee, thank you very much. Because I don't particularly like tea, I have no preconceived ideas about it. So, lemon lolly for the outside of my mug. And I am going to use the heart again, and I will be stamping off, because that for me is, actually, no, I think I'll use full strength. I think I will. Oh, no, not that one. That's the one I want. My pecan pie ink pad is very juicy, so I will stamp it off. So that goes in the middle. Now, here's the thing. If you're not very good at lining up your stamps, even when they're photopolymer, do your dark colours first. So do your pecan pie first. Hello, Jazzle Dazzle, with Janice. Good morning, and you're a coffee snob too. I don't think that's horrific. I think that's the right thing. We should have more coffee snobs. So, die cut that. Let's die cut that. Oh, and I know what else I can use on this card that I've already done. So, because I don't think die cutting is the most exciting thing you can do. I will leave that there because of the reflection. So, my mini cut emboss. And my from above cup with a piece of low-tack tape. Now I have already, because I was fussy cutting the mugs, die cut some coffee beans. So, hello Judith, drinking your tea while watching. So I would say, if you're my earlier question, which was earlier, was are you a tea drinker or a coffee drinker? To which the answer for you is, I'm guessing, a tea drinker. However, having said that, these mugs could be tea, possibly not the one from above, but they could be tea. These ones could be tea. Right, so we've got our mug. We're going to grab some more. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to grab some Lost Lagoon. No, Petal Pink. Petal Pink. Where are you? There you are. What's that? Not big enough. That's big enough. Petal pink. So I'm going to cut this down. And this will be our layer. Yep. Sorry, I was just checking something. It felt as if it might have been scored. Hasn't. It has not. I might trim this down again once I've done what I want to do with it. And what I want to do with it is stamp. So where's my stamp set gone? It's there. Now I'm not bringing in my pad for this because I'm not too worried if the stamping's not brilliant. Where are my small stamps? I thought I got... Oh, I didn't get them out, that's why. I didn't get them out, that's why I can't find them. Right, so I'm getting the splash and the mug ring. So let's get those. Jan has just made a latte. Karen wants good coffee since she drinks it black. That makes sense. My favourite has to be a flat white. So, you know. Right. Okie dokie. We are going to just build a bit of a pattern. And I'm doing stamped off sometimes once, sometimes twice. Let's go up there and down there. And go down there and up there so that we've got a bit of a mix. Turn the stamp, always a plan. Now, if you're doing a side piece and then you want to stamp again, make sure that you don't stamp the whole image because you'll get a line. Because the card will protect the stamp. Does that make sense? Don't know if that makes sense. So let me show you. So did I stamp off? Let's ink up again. Let me grab a scrap and show you what I mean. So if I do that and then I do that, oh, it hasn't, because it's a line, it's not. Let's try again. See if I can make it obvious. So I've done that. So some of it's been stamped on the Lost Lagoon and some of it hasn't. If I do that, you end up, and I don't know if you can see, this bit is lighter than this bit, which is not really, sorry, heater's too hot now, not really what we want in the middle of our card. It doesn't matter too much because we will be covering some of it up, but yeah, just be a little bit careful if you're going off the edge. Right, so that is our coffee stain. I'm going to get early espresso. And do some splats. Oh, thank you, Shaz. She's so good. So kind. So coffee splats. And again, I'm stamping off. And don't worry if you're going over things that you've stamped before, because that's what I meant by don't do what I've just done. Do what I said, not what I do. So let's see if I can resolve that. Not really. It's fine. I did say I was going to trim some of it, potentially trim some of it off, so I probably will be trimming some of it off. But as I say, do remember to twist your stamp so it's not always in the same orientation. Need something down here. So let's go there and then sideways there. And I think that's probably all I need. Right, so let's pop those two up the top where you can't see them. I'm going to grab Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly, where have you gone? There you are. Lemon Lolly. Right, so, because we've got Lemon Lolly in our mug. Oh, and no, I think, I was just thinking I would get something and I've just realised it's in the house, so I won't, which was my light Lemon Lolly. I'm taking 1/8 of an inch off a side cat hair. Cat hair gets everywhere. So yeah, I'm taking 1/8 of an inch off each side, not each side, but horizontal and vertical. This, I want that size, and then I'm going to use, I think, Calypso Coral. So Calypso Coral card base again. Don't need that anymore. Don't need these scraps. Don't need the Lost Lagoon either. Let's get rid of those. There we go. So this is going to go on here. This is going to go on here. This is going to go on here. We're going to use a different sentiment. Let's use Thanks So Much, which I've got mounted somewhere. There we go. And off to work now, but it's been lovely watching you create. Oh, thank you. So glad I found you. I'm delighted you found my channel, Mickey. I've got just this tiny, have a good day at work. I got this tiny bit of Lemon Lolly ribbon left. So that's going to go across the middle there. I think I have got some more of the ribbon, but this is the last piece that's on this particular reel. I'm just taking the paper off because I don't really want that anywhere near my ribbon. It's very sticky, this paper tape they use. Right, okay, so let's do this thing. There is something else that is going on here, but I'm going to put the other things on once I put the card together. So, green glue. Green glue. Now, at the weekend, like day before yesterday, it is Tuesday today, isn't it? Yes, day before yesterday on Sunday, at the team events that my upline runs, we always have what she calls inspiration tables, and I did one with the rock and roll suite, the Rockstar suite. So over the next few weeks, I will be sharing lots of projects that I have made using that. They will just be blog posts. But if you're wondering how to use that suite, not necessarily as if it was only for people who like music, or rock music at that, I will be sharing some ideas. And they're not just black and white. I have used quite a lot of colour, and specifically, and I know I keep harping on about this, but you know, I used the retiring in colours. Okay, who's nicked my scissors? There they are. So yes, I've used the retiring in colours. If you want any of the retiring in colours, please order them during Celebration, and I say that because suddenly they will disappear. Because suddenly we'll be in retiring list and people go, oh no, I need more re-inker or card or whatever. Please get it during Celebration, and then you can get free stuff too. So, yes. Oh, thank you, Jan. Or are you a Janice? I can't remember, but yes. Hello, Ginger. I haven't seen you for ages, from Colorado. I'm not seeing the ribbon you're using. Did you say Lemon Lolly? Yes, it's from the annual catalogue, and it comes in a 3-pack with As Your Afternoon. I want to say As Your Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lolly. So it's a 3 ribbon with a silver trim. So yes, Lemon Lolly. Right, so that's going to go there. We're going to have Thanks So Much, which I'm going to have down there. And then we're going to have something else. You're looking for it now. As I say, I'm sure it's in the annual catalogue. It was one of the, you know, it's because it's new colours. It was in the annual. And a mini. Then another little strip of basic white, pecan pie again. I am actually going to bring in my pad again. Can't see it for looking. I forgot to take the manufacturing thing off, so it's a little bit inkier than I really wanted it. Oh, actually, let's go in a bit. So at the moment, the Latte suite is the only set of products that I've got from the new online exclusives. I've got some more things coming because I spotted some of the some of my fellow demos sharing stuff, and it was like, yay, I need it. How am I feeling? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm still a bit chesty. One of my crowns has been successful. I'm not so sure about the other one yet, but I see the dentist again for a checkup week after next. So we agreed that we would wait until then. But yeah, basically I'm not bad. I'm not bad. We'd have this in the catalogue for almost, you know. Yes, it's been almost a year that ribbon has been available. But hey, you know, such is life. We can't have everything. I mean, saying that, one of the reasons that I do know what ribbons and embellishments and things are in the catalogue is because I do shares. So I always order all of the ribbon, all of the paper, even if I don't like it. And do I want it that long? No, I don't think I do. Let's trim it a bit more. So yes, it is quite a good way of knowing what's available. I can't believe we're nearly at the end of a catalogue. Yeah, I'm getting there, thank you, Janice. Getting there slowly. Sadly, it seems to be funeral month. I was at a friend's funeral yesterday who was younger than me. Bless him. He would have been so embarrassed by the turnout because there were so many people there, and he was the most modest. He was just a lovely chap. And yeah, unfortunately he developed one of these cancers that you tend not to know you've got until it's too late. You do almost have matching photos. You're right, Chaz. You and Kay are almost photo twins. So anyway, so yes, it was his funeral yesterday, and it's my aunt's funeral on the 29th. Bless her, she was 96. So I think she did quite well. She was blind for probably the last 8 years, but still lived on her own until relatively recently. So yes, we're going down to Cornwall for her funeral because she lived in St Austell, so the funeral is in Bodmin, which I'm told Bodmin Crematorium, Jan was telling me that Bodmin Crematorium has the most amazing views, which, you know, why not? So I've die cut from the paper that has these mugs, the coffee beans, because there are single coffee beans on that in pecan pie, and because this is quite a soft colour scheme, I think some darker bits would be good. So I'm just going to turn them into stickers. If my glue would like to work, that would be jolly good. Come on. Really don't want to have to get out a new glue just yet. Oh, and then we're going to have to make something really quick because we're nearly out of time. So actually I'm going to do this the other way around. I'm going to do the glue on the card and then pop the coffee bean on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so I've got 5 more splodges I can do. Assuming my glue would like to splodge. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. And again, have your coffee beans not all in the same direction. Have them as if they're thrown down. Right, so there we go. That is card number 2. Biddy is 97 last month. Good heavens. Oh, hello, Crafting the Mindful Way, new day. I don't know your actual name, but I'm so pleased you're here. Right, so we're going to do Lost Lagoon, because I've got Lost Lagoon card bases finished. If we have time, I'll do a liner for the one we've just done. And I am going to grab paper. Paper. So let's grab some of the coffee bean paper, I think. Yeah. Some of this paper. That way. In fact, I'm going to go 3.5. Or rather 3 3/4 and 5.5. And we're going to pop that onto something else. Actually, we're going to put it onto plain card, but it's going to be lemon lolly again. There's going to be more lemon lolly. I do like pecan pie and lemon lolly as a Lost Lagoon and lemon lolly as a colour scheme. Sorry, I'm just trying to go up and down. You are Perrette. Hello, Perrette. I think that's just a match made in heaven. Just me, but you know, hey. Right, well, we know I'm not going to be using lemon lolly ribbon on this one because I don't have any left. What I am going to use, because we have it, is is some of this, but I'm going to be doing it that way. So let me, and then we're going to be using some of the mugs that I fussy cut earlier, because this is our quick get it done as near to 12 o'clock as possible card. So our coffee mugs onto our lemon lolly. Let's burnish that a bit more because it's trying to open. So that's going to go on there. This is going to go across the middle. We're going to have one of each of these mugs and a sentiment. We've had that one and we've had that one. So let's have "You're the best part of my day." Hello, Patricia. So we're going to have "You're the best part of my day," just getting that prepped, as it were. That should fit on there. Yes, it will. Right, okay, so this I'm going to cut down because I just want a narrow piece. So I was asked last night at our team meeting by one of the team, obviously it was at the team meeting, why I switch between the Stampin' Scrub and the chamois. To wit, my answer was very simple. It's, I don't have a tap in here. So the chamois is difficult, right, 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, the chamois is just difficult to use in here. I'm just going to chop that bit off because it's annoying me, because it's sticky. I want that at 3/4 of an inch. So yes, that's the main reason that I switch between the two. So if anyone has been wondering, that's why. Right, let's stick this on. Yeah, if I had a water source other than a garden tap nearby, I would probably use the chamois as much as I use the scrub. Let's get that straight, shall we? There we go. Right, so that needs to go on there. I'm going to use seal purely because it's quick. Can't believe it's raining. The last thing we actually need at the moment is more rain, because the main road out of the village is flooded again. Not as badly as it was last time, but it is flooded again. So less than ideal. It is, because it's flooded, it's closed. It's flooded enough that it's closed, although some nutters are still thinking that they drive amphibious vehicles, so they're going through it anyway. I went through it first thing yesterday morning when it was only 3 inches deep. It's not 3 inches deep anymore, it's a lot deeper than that. But, you know, there are some people who just think that they are infallible. But from the previous flooding, we have a lovely picture of someone who thought he was infallible and discovered the hard way that he wasn't. And we've got a picture of him stranded in the middle of the flood. How he got as far as he did, I don't know. Right. I'm going to open that up. So I'm just going to trim that off by lining up my snips against the edge. I'm going to use my big scissors for the other end because I've got glue sticking out, and these are non-stick as opposed to my lovely snips which aren't. Get the glue off there. And put it on there, because that's rubbish anyway. So that's my banner. So don't always think you have to use ribbon, you can use other things. So we're going to have that way around, I think. We've got time. I have an issue with this. It's me. I'm reading all about dogs. Okay, of course you can copy them. Of course you can. I have to... Actually, one of the things we were talking about at the team meeting last night is casing etiquette. It's always perfectly fine to copy other people's projects. It's just polite to acknowledge that you've copied somebody else's project. I discovered that the hard way when, as a very early demo, I went to an on-stage and was merrily handing out something that I had cased. And it was fairly well, you know, it wasn't an exact replica, but it was obvious to me that that's where the inspiration had come from. And it was someone who I hadn't realised was quite a well-known demo at the time. And she was there. I was mortified because I hadn't acknowledged that she was the inspiration. So I went up to her and said, I'm terribly sorry, but your project inspired this. And she said, that's fine, don't worry, and it doesn't look that similar. And B, she said, but I'm not doing swaps. I said, no, you've got to have one because you inspired me. But yes, so that's my only ever request, is that if whomever you case, just acknowledge and said, I was inspired by. And I mean, obviously, if the cards are completely different, so you did this but in a different set of products. So if you used, I don't know, the rock and roll suite, I wouldn't say then acknowledge, but if you are clearly copying, just acknowledge who you're copying. It's polite, but you're always very happy. I'm always very happy for people to case my projects. I wouldn't share them otherwise. But yes, with On Stage coming up, I thought it was probably a good time just to mention that do be careful who you copy. What am I doing? That's not on dimensions, you silly woman. Dear Lord. Excuse me while I put my brain back in. I was thinking that I'd put my banner across on dimensionals and I haven't. I'm sure you would, Kay. I'm loving all the names of the dogs. Let's see, one there, and then the rest is glue. So because I'm overlapping, I'm doing a bit of glue. My husband always says that wherever I walk in the house, which bearing in mind that my craft studio is not attached to the house, he says wherever you walk, you end up spreading hexagonal bits of paper. And he's right. I didn't need glue there. Never mind. That's fine. Right, so let's use a colour we've already got out. I was going to use Lost Lagoon, but we will use Pecan Pie. No, we won't. We'll use Early Espresso because we've got that on the card. Is it going to fit? Ooh. It's going to fit down there. It's fine. In fact, it may even go... No. So yes, one of the projects I did for the weekend was a straight copy of someone's project that I saw on Pinterest, and I wrote on the back her name so that I could say to people, This was not my original project. I'm very quickly just going to cut around this because everything else is fussy cut. So to have something that is obviously square, as in, you know, straight edges, is going to look a bit weird. But it won't take long. It's a very easy fussy cut. And again, one of the things we were talking about at the team meeting last night is the easiest way to get better at fussy cutting is to fussy cut. Just do a bit more. And the more you do, it's like everything, the more you do, the better you get at it. With the possible exception of me and juggling. I cannot juggle. If my life depended on it, I would die. But give me 3 of anything to juggle and it ain't gonna happen. Ooh, actually, I might just stick that on there. Seal, there we go. You're the best part of my day. Let's have some more of these. I'm gonna go darker this time. Because I'm in a rush. And I need to pull out a new bit of putty. No, I'm going to come over here. Do that 3. It goes on that end, so there you go. Right, yeah! Practice, Kay, it's practice. Right, so there are our 3 cards for the day. For those of you who joined a little later than the start, these are the French press, cafetiere, and filter jugs. I would do the jug bit in window sheet, so it's glass, but I did it in white so that you could see what it looked like. So there we go. Those are today's cards. So I hope you enjoyed those. Do remember that if you are a demonstrator, you can already order these. If you want them and you want them now, you can put them in a starter kit. So put the whole suite in a starter kit, and actually it's a really well priced suite, so it's not a terribly expensive one. And of course you can put extras in your starter kit during celebration anyway. So all good. Right, let me flip the camera up so I can say farewell properly. Where's the mouse? There's the mouse. The plaid is gorgeous. Thank you, everyone. I'm always very happy to share, Kay. Thank you so much. So thank you very much indeed for sharing. If you've enjoyed that, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you've got any questions and you're watching on the replay, those can go below the description bar. I'm up to date with my replies. I always reply eventually to every comment. So even if it's just great cards in the comments, I will acknowledge that you have left it. So thank you very much indeed. I will be posting close-ups of these later in the week. I haven't yet posted last week's cards on my blog, so I will be doing that. And as I say, I will also be boring you with rock and roll projects because I have lots. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Do not forget, we only have 2 weeks left of celebration, so make the most of it now. Shop or join, please. Thank you very much, and I will see you again very soon, I hope. Let's find my end screen. There we go. Bye for now.